thinking about American Gods because I want to, yeah, I want to put together, I want to find some cohesive thoughts about it. All right. So I was just thinking about, all right, because I've had conversations come up with people since reading the book, and the conversations are about religion, right? And one of them, we were talking about religion, and the question came up of why, why do we have all these religions? Why did we do all of this? um, Coming from the perspective of like man created or at least participates in religion like voluntarily. So it brought to mind a passage from the book about uh, where they say one of the gods says to Shadow in regards to like why they exist that they are the stories that men made up to explain the shadows on the cave wall, essentially referring to like early man, um, living in caves, discovering fire, but with that now comes the experience of like shadows. Matter of fact, that's so interesting, right? Because Shadow is the main character. The shadows on the cave wall. So the shadows on the cave wall, because let's say prior to discovering fire, um, of course you experience shadows because there's the sun. Shadows tell you how the day moves along, but shadows on the cave wall is like fire inside a cave at night, and maybe that's sort of a reference to a little more sort of existential or kind of internal shadows of the mind, because everything's quiet at night, and there's a sense of being a little more alone with yourself maybe. And so shadows on the cave wall are specifically sort of the shadows in our minds and our fears and stuff like that. And it aligns with what the character, I can't remember who it was, I believe it was a woman. It was right there toward the, as everything was sort of, the big battle was going down, somewhere in there she delivers this line about shadows on the cave wall. But interesting, that kind of ties things together a little bit, because Shadow, his journey is very much like, he has to go very inward, like how he hangs on the world tree and goes on that whole journey. um and the whole thing of him kind of like becoming someone, that that becomes this theme in the book, because he has this memory of Laura, his wife, telling him that he's kind of a whole. He's like the shape of a person, but like, is he a person? Like, who is he? Type of thing. And like that's why she found this other guy so exciting, because like, yeah, he might have been imperfect and had problems and stuff, but at least he was like himself. He was a person. Interesting. So Shadow. So yeah, it's kind of an inner thing. Huh. Okay, I was also thinking about how I was thinking about how the illusion thing, like how Shadow is into illusions and quote unquote magic, like magic tricks, like sleight of hand, that type of thing. And I'm like, what's up with that? Because it's happening throughout the book, and I'm sure there's more to say about it. But one thing that comes to mind is he was fathered by Odin, aka Mr. Wednesday, who is this sort of like trickster character himself, because he's kind of playing everyone. He's literally playing everyone the whole time. Him and his partner, who is revealed to be who's the partner at the end? I think it's Loki, for real. Wow, that's so funny. I'm gonna have to actually check back. I wish I had the book right in front of me. I'm gonna go grab it, but that's fine. This is just sort of the first session. But him, it's like the two of them are playing all the gods. Oh, it's one. No, no, no. It's him and Mr. World. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Right, him and Mr. World, because they're playing the old gods and the new gods against each other the whole time, even though it's really just about them taking over. And really, for Odin, it's like he's just gonna kill Mr. World anyway and take it all for himself. So beep boop. Yeah. So it's sort of like maybe it's like this inherited trait in a way that Shadow's interested in, like illusion and sleight of hand, and it's sort of this foreshadowing of their connection, maybe of Mr. Wednesdays, and Shadow's connection. And it's like, oh, so that's why this guy showed up at the beginning and just knew everything about him and this, that, and the third. Yeah, cool. All right, this is cool. Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm just gonna try and do these little sessions, I guess, because I had this goal to write an essay about American Gods, and I really would like to follow through on that. But to get my thoughts out and to feel like I'm also able to provide something in the meantime, I think this is a good way to like. I think this will be an interesting process. So I'll do a few more of these and then see what the final product looks like. All right, cool. Have a great day. Thank you. I'll see you. Bye.